Hey Toku Faithful, it's time for another edition of Ask the Rider, and I'm probably only going to be doing one video a week because I've got other things to do. Prepping for Ranger Stop and Tokuween kind of take priority. And right now all throughout October, I'm watching nothing but horror and playing some horror video games, and I kind of want to stick to that. So probably going to scale it back to once a week for a while. Anyway, I'll just answer a few random questions in no particular order, some Toku, some not Toku, to make up for that. So here we go. Got one here from Cyber Rider. What are your thoughts on the upcoming Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Well, Cyber Rider, I'm not much of a Pokemon guy. I played like one of the old ones back in the day on Game Boy, but I'm not a Pokemon guy. I kind of missed the ship on that one. I was into Dragon Ball, Gundam, Sailor Moon at the time. Pokemon was kind of, I don't know. I kind of missed the train on that one. I mean, I know enough of it to get by, but I never collected any of the toys or the cards or the video games. I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh guy, to be fair. I had a ton of those cards. I still do somewhere, but I'm not a Pokemon guy. Sorry. Another one here from Super Saiyan 4 Jason. What are your thoughts on the Chucky series on Sci-Fi? Love it. It gets better and better every episode. I mean, I didn't think it would work as a series, but I was proven thankfully wrong. Because Chucky, well, he usually doesn't go after teenagers. That's more of a Freddy, Jason, or Michael thing. But Chucky stalking and killing teenagers, it's kind of a fresh direction for Chucky to go. And the whole thing about him being in multiple dolls opens up the door for a lot of possibilities. I just started watching the second season, and I'm really loving it. I love how Devon Sawa keeps coming back as different characters. He really steals the show in anything he's in. I've loved him since Idle Hands and Final Destination. He was also Human Casper, if anyone remembers that old movie. But yeah, he definitely makes the show for me. The teenagers are, I don't know, kind of boring. I mean, I can't really latch on to them because they're just kind of, I don't want to use the term wooden, but they don't do anything for me. They're just kind of there. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I'm loving Chucky. I'm glad Jennifer Tilly's back. I love how they're delving into Charles Lee Ray's past, and they're bringing Glenn and Glenda back. I can't wait to see how they turn out. So yeah, Chucky is definitely on my watch list. Okay, let's get to some Toku questions because that's probably what you're all here for. Michael Red asks, what other Metal Heroes would you like to see get the spotlight that isn't Gavan again? As much as I love Gavan. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Well, since we just got Gavan on Blu-ray, I know I haven't opened it yet, but it just showed up. Thank you, Discotech. There's the Toku Time name. I'm cool with that. I've had time to get over that. Anyway, to answer your question, Michael, what other Metal Heroes would I like to see? Space Sheriffs aside, I'd like to see. We've been watching Just Beyond on Tokuriff. Well, we did until they blocked it on behind a paywall, so we had to drop that from our schedule. But Just Beyond's a good one. I really like Just Beyond. I like the cop Metal Heroes. Again, not Space Sheriff, but I'm talking like Winspector, Blue SWAT. Those I really like. Winspector's probably my favorite because Red is just such a badass, and I like how the others are robots. I mean, it took a while to grow on me. Plus, you got Hiroshi Miyuchi in all three of those Metal Heroes shows, and he's just, you know, ultimate Toku badass next to Kenji Oba. I mean, he's just the man, Hiroshi Miyuchi. So yeah, Winspector is probably one I'd like to see get more love or even a remake. So yeah, Winspector would probably be my pick. Plus the theme song, sung by Takayuki Miyuchi, the guy who sang Black RX. The man just has the most booming voice in Toku song history. I just love it. It's definitely one of my favorites. So yeah, Winspector would be my pick, if that answers your question. And last up from Pure Crystal, What's your favorite CSM belt that is and not in your collection? Okay, I'm assuming you're asking me to pick one CSM belt I like that I have and one I like that I don't have. Well, my pride and joy would be my CSM Den-O belt. It's actually right over there. I'd point the camera if I could, but it's right here on my shelf on the display Daiza. I have one. I'm trying to get another one that I can keep in the box and have one on display. I'm saving up for another one because this Den-O belt CSM one that I have, I modified, and I'm kind of kicking myself for doing that because I've lost enough weight that it actually fits me. But back when I didn't have it, I was still a bit overweight, and I had to modify a CSM belt to make it fit me, and I'm feeling a little guilty about that. But now, of course, it does. So I'm kicking myself for modding it. So yeah, but I want one. That one's for display, and I want another one to keep in the box. So yeah, and one I don't have that I wish I had. There's two that probably stick out for me the most. Two that I wish I really had. One's the CSM Kaiser gear with the blade gun because Kusaka's a douche. Kusaka's a psychotic bastard. But anyway, Kaiser is probably my favorite rider from FiZe next to Saiga. I'd love a Saiga belt if they ever got around to doing that, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. Anyway, the Kaiser gear with the blade gun, because the gun sword, as gun swords go, the blade gun is one of my favorites, and it's to scale. I would just love to have that in my collection, but it's around $500, $800 on eBay last I checked, and if any of my fans want to get me one, I will not turn it away, but I don't think any of you all are that desperate, but a man can dream, can he? Yeah, but that'd be my pick for CSM. The other one, another CSM that I'd like to get, and I'm keeping my eye on to see if I find one at a GameStop or something, I'll definitely grab it. Is the Agito belt, because if you know anything about the original Agito belt, the DX1, it would not fit a grown man. It was like stuck in this U shape. So nobody but a kid could wear it. You couldn't modify it. You couldn't do anything with it. It just would not go. So yeah, Agito is probably it's a beloved show to me. It's one I reviewed. It's one I really like. I think it gets overshadowed by Kuga, and I like it a little bit more than the Arkle. That's probably a sin among Toku fans. But yeah, the Agito belt and the Kaiser gear are two CSMs that I hopefully I hope add to my collection someday. You know, knock on wood. But that'd be nice. So yeah. So yeah, that's a couple questions answered there. Maybe I'll answer more next time, or I'll go back to one. If you want me to answer more than one in a video, let me know while I'm doing one a week. And don't forget to use the hashtag AskTheRider down below in the comments, and maybe I'll answer your question next. So, thanks, guys. Look forward to Tokuween sometime this month, if I ever get around to it. Sorry, I've just been very busy. But until then, later.